Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and like always, thank you so much for the support. I have been a little bit absent over the last couple of weeks. I decided to take a little break after Harvest, but we will be playing Heist, and I will be making some content for you guys to enjoy. Now, if you guys enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and hitting the thumbs up button. It would really mean a lot to me. Anyways, let's get right into it. So, quick overview. Thinking this is going to be a Rippy League. The main reason is if you die within the heist, you will lose any gear or items that you collected inside of the heist. You will only be able to keep those items if you are able to complete the extraction completely. This is going to give softcore players a bit of a taste of what hardcore gameplay feels like, or maybe give them a little bit of that extra pressure of if I don't get out of here, I don't keep any of this. I think that I also read if you're not able or that you're not able to portal inside of the instance, so this will add that extra level of risk for some players. However, the biggest giveaway for me was what we saw when they showed the heist map or room layouts, if you will. So I wanted to look at that. Let's take a look really quick. So as you can see, there's a lot of rooms and a lot of walls. So playing projectile builds this league might be less impactful than in previous leagues, as most of your projectiles will most likely be obscured by the walls, or most of the damage is just going to be absorbed by the walls. This thought process definitely influenced my decision making when picking a league starter. Essentially, I'm going to be focusing more on builds with good AoE, good tankiness and survivability, and also some type of good single target damage as well. I feel like this is going to be the core package to be successful within the heist itself. So let's look over some of the league starters that I'm currently exploring and still deciding over. In third place is going to be Tectonic Slam. But before we get into it, credit where credit is due. This video showcase is by Fast AF. If you guys haven't seen their videos, you're definitely missing out. They have amazing videos, and it's really, really fun to watch the crazy projects that they get into. But anyways, I did want to highlight this Tectonic Slam video that they made. Granted, this is in the very, very high levels of the build because they do put so much currency and so much gear into the characters that they make. And granted, this HP is a little bit lower for hardcore, so you will be itemizing more for HP. The damage for late game is going to be more than enough. They just take it to the next level. But anyways, let's take a look.
There is no true safety from you, is there?
So as you can see, the build is very tanky. It does good AoE damage. That's mainly why it made it onto the list. It has amazing single target as well, and it's just a super solid build that's been proven league after league to be able to clear end game content relatively easily. So I think it's going to be a very solid choice as a league starter going into 3.12. Another thing I wanted to highlight, I feel like Heist is going to be a lot of those little rooms. So just going into the room, using Tectonic Slam, and everything just dies. I feel like it's going to be a lot of that going on within Heist. So the fact that this build in specific can do that very well is very, very promising for this league in specific. So we will be playing Chieftain for this Tectonic Slam build, and we'll be going for Storm's Embrace, Flames Advance, Death Fury, and Forest Strength. In the beginning, we're going to be focusing on life and some, stamina for endurance charges. As we make our way to the top, we're going to be focusing on some elemental damage increases here and here. Also getting elemental overload. We'll get some more life and survivability here, some more endurance charges. And then As we make our way to the bottom, we'll be able to get instant war cries, which is really, really nice, some more survivability and some more damage. And then lastly, we'll be able to get a little bit of leech as well to help us sustain. Like I said, overall, I think this is going to be a very, very solid build. I will make sure to link the video and the paste spin information for Path of Building so you guys can check it out for yourselves if you are interested in playing this. Anyways, let's move on to the next build. In second place is a bleed bow build. This build has been viable for a few leagues now, and I think it will be amazing for this league as well. It has solid single target damage, but it also has good clear speed, and most importantly, it has good survivability as well. Now, the end game version of this build does get a bit expensive to scale, especially when you're trying to get that Elder bow for the 60% extra bleed damage. However, overall, the build doesn't need a lot of crazy items or a lot of crazy amounts of currency to get to red maps. A simple fizz bow will be more than enough to get you into red maps. But it does give you that extra bonus of being able to scale the build if you want to, invest currency into it. As you can see, we're using Rain of Arrows and Puncture. There is also a version that uses Split Arrow. I will be linking both down below. But let's jump into the Path of Building so you guys can see what the trees look like. So for our Ascendancy, we will be going for Gladiator. We'll be getting Blood in the Eyes, Gratuitous Violence, Outmatch, and Outlast, and Arena Challenger. In respects to this specific tree, this is going to be the dodge variant of the tree. We'll come out, get some life, some resistances, make our way over here, get a little bit of bleeding, come down, get some more life, some more damage down here, power frenzy charges. As we make our way, we'll make our way to dance or wind dancer. This should boost our survivability quite a bit, some more life. Come up here, get heart of oak for some more life, make our way across while gaining more life and survivability, a little bit of damage here, and then this is where our big spike in survivability comes in. We'll get acrobatics and phase acrobatics for dodge, and then we'll finish off with some more life up here. Now, this is, in my opinion, the cheaper version of the build. The more expensive version of the build would be going for things like Lion's Eye Fall, Cluster Jewels. I do think this is going to be a little bit of a tankier version of the build, as you're going to be able to get some more life and utilize this entire wheel for some more damage thanks to Lion's Eye Fall. However, it is going to be considerably more expensive. If I had the option from day one of going either or, I think I would probably go towards this version. You'll lose a little bit of damage in the early game, but if you're going to play towards maps for day one, day two, you're going to be a little bit ahead of the curve when it comes to getting currency. So you'll be able to get this within the first week, no problem. And then that should give you a pretty decent damage boost, in addition to farming some of the cluster jewels that we're going to be using. So personally, I think I will be going for this route if I decide to go with the Gladiator bow bleed build. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, what version you guys think will be better. Either way, I'm going to make sure to put down below in the description both different variations and both different build guides that I drew inspiration from, so you guys can look at it as well. Now, the build that I'm most excited for is Glacial Cascade Minor. Glacial Cascade did receive some changes, more notably knockback. It's going to have more damage and area of effect to the final burst that's coming out of the mine. It also now has 100% conversion to cold. Now, low life is going to be the best way to play this character. However, it's going to get expensive really, really quickly, as you're going to need a Chevron's wrapping, and most likely you're going to be looking to either 6-link it or 5-link it if you're on a bit of a budget, working your way up to the 6-link. Alternatively, you could go the cheaper variant and just go life. However, I feel like you're going to suffer when it comes to survivability and damage all around. I will have both of the guides linked down below so you guys can look at either or and see what's going to work for you. But without any further ado, let's jump into the POB tree and look at the different trees that I'm considering. So I do plan on going live in the beginning and then respeccing to ES later. I don't think it makes sense to go ES right off the bat, and you're going to hinder your survivability during the leveling process quite a bit. So this is Tai Killer's speed run that I think he finished in 3.5 hours. This is the tree that he used, and it's most likely the tree I'm going to use as well for leveling, and then later on we'll respec. I'll show you the next tree now. But essentially, we will be going for Born in the Shadows, Bomb Specialist, Pyromaniac, and Explosives Expert. Uh, I think we're going to come out here, we're going to make our way up top, and then scale all the way down to Phase Acrobatics before finishing off with some more life here. We'll be able to get quite a bit of damage when we get to this node here. But overall, it is a pretty decent tree, good survivability, and good damage while you're leveling up. When we get to the end game, we're going to be looking to transition in spec out of all of this down here, spec out of all the life nodes here. And then we'll be looking to get all the ES nodes. We'll keep our tree or our clusters over here. This cluster is going to give us quite a bit of damage as we make our way to the top. We'll first come down here. We'll make our way up here and be looking for energy from Not. Also Zealous Oath. So overall, we'll be able to have a decent amount of ES. We will have to gear for ES. And again, the biggest thing that we're going to be looking for is Shavron's Wrappings. I think this is probably going to be one of the more popular builds this league because of the changes that Glacial Cascade is receiving. I'm honestly really excited to play this. If I had to choose right now, I would lean towards Glacial Cascade Miner. However, I want to get your input. What do you guys think will be better for this league? If you don't like any of these builds that I linked, let me know what you're going to be playing. Let me know down below in the comments what you think is going to be better or what you're personally going to be playing. Anyways, like I said, I will be playing a lot more this league. I will be making a lot more content for you guys. So if you want to stick around and want to see what videos I come out with, consider hitting the like button and hitting the subscribe button as well. Anyways, thank you so much for all the support. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys have a lot of fun tomorrow and for the rest of this league. And I will see you very soon. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.